Hi, Carolyn. First, here's what happened in Carolyn Talks podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I really enjoyed this film, and your performance to me made me think so much of my mothers and my aunts and my grandma and all of the grands that I grew up with. And one of the things that really strikes me about the story of the Williams family and the sisters is, for as previously mentioned, this film is very much about the women. So, can you just tell me about yourself working with the actresses Demi and Sania, and being a support for them, because their mother was their support for them, even though the media doesn't really pay much attention to that. But you were there, and Oracene was there, and so like, can you just speak about being there for the girls while they're performing and embodying these two girls that grew up talented women that have such a massive cultural impact for young Black girls around the world?
Yes, Sanaya, and Demi. These young women are brilliant actresses all by themselves. You know, they came to this with, already, a substantial resume. And then they are also just very, brilliant actors. And so, whatever support I offered them was just really, are you cold? Do you need a blanket? Like that kind of stuff. But I really didn't have to, do a whole lot in terms of, their work, because, I think, it's deceptive because you have Will Smith, right? And so you see these darling girls and you see them interact with him. And so it's deceptive because you think that you're just witnessing these two young girls having a good time with Will Smith on screen, but everybody can't do that. That's skill. It takes a skilled actor to relax and just be themselves. And that's what they were able to do. So they were able to relax, be themselves, be themselves through the characters that they were playing, and show joy, show happiness, show fear, show pride, all of that stuff that they were able to do. These young women, of course, we were all there in support of them if they needed it, but they didn't need it. They didn't need it. These are talented young women.
Great, thank you so much, and great performance. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So one of the things that I really cherish about this film is the fact that we are having a biopic about people who have made such an impact in the Black community and the world and the sporting world, and they're still alive. Usually when we have biopics, unfortunately, they're about people who have passed on. So for you as a performer, for you as a Black woman who had the opportunity, like for everyone here, to get to see Serena and Venus and Richard and Oracene make such a historical impact on the world while like live. Like I grew up watching these tennis matches. I remember their first match with the White Bees, and they're here. So for you as a performer, what was it like seeing it live as it happened for all of these years, and then getting to be a part of their story on screen and telling the story the way they wanted it to be told?
Though Venus and Serena are heroes in my life. They're heroines in my life. And, I'm not really a tennis fan. I'm just, full disclosure, I'm not really a tennis fan, but as I've said a million times, I'm a Venus and Serena fan, and I stand on that. I can't even watch their matches because I just want them to win all the time. And the rest of my day is spoiled when they lose. So it's just too much for me to like watch anything that they do. But what they are on court, which is just, they are fire. They are hurricanes and tornadoes on that court. And I've seen that, and I can appreciate that as someone who is not a tennis fan. But what they have done off court is as significant. How they have shown to me what real Black liberation looks like. And to me, when I say what real Black liberation looks like is, we can be Black and liberated in comfort. But when you are Black and liberated, when people are, booing you and talking trash about you to your face, and doing everything and attacking you constantly, and still never apologizing for who they are, and doing so with just such, kindness and compassion for not just themselves, but for, everyone that they, for everyone and they played with. I mean, just the way that they came out in support of Naomi, when she said, you know what, I'm tired, I'm not doing this. That who they are as, cultural and social icons, have built me, and I'm older than they are, I just think that they are, I can't say enough about that. So for me to be a part of that, when I've played women who, are still living, and women who are, passed away, but their children are very much alive, and who I have a deep amount of respect and honor for. I see it really as my chance to pay them back for everything that they poured into my life. So this is how I saw this. This was my chance, my shot to pay Venus and Serena and Mr. Richard and Miss Oracene to pay them back for what they've done in my life, for what they've done for Black folks, period. How they made us feel so proud, made us feel so good, coming, Serena walking on that court with that cat suit, you know what I'm saying? And, getting all that, everybody coming at her because she was in her cat suit. And the fact that she did that because she almost died having a baby, I cannot say enough about these women. What they have meant for me, what they have meant for us as Black women, as Black people, is colossal. And so it was just my shot to say thank you. And I'm sorry, I've been crying so much these last few days. I don't know why I'm crying. I've been crying. Everything I've been doing, I've been crying. So forgive me.
Nothing to apologize for. No, thank you so much. That was beautiful. And for me personally, I grew up watching these two dark-skinned Black girls play in a sport that was predominantly white. And so watching them break all of these barriers and getting to see the story from where they came up from, like we see the news, but then to see how it was at home for me, as seen, it was very much like my home situation, like parent dynamics and that kind of stuff was means so much for me. And thank you so much for making the film and for your fantastic performance.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.